The night is quiet, nobody watches, and yet, deep beneath the surface of this stillness, something extraordinary is unfolding. A secret power grows in silence, unseen, unfelt by the noisy world around it. Imagine unlocking the true essence of success, the kind that doesn't scream for attention, but commands respect through unwavering strength. What if the key to your greatest victories isn't in loud proclamations or flashy displays, but in the unshakable calm of silent focus? Tonight, within these pages, you will embark on a transformative journey, a journey to learn why the wise keep their actions close to their chest, and let results shout for them. This is the art of winning in the shadows, the profound discipline of never telling people what you do. Prepare to change how you move through the world forever. Your greatest triumphs whisper. Now listen, you've heard the saying before, silence is golden. But have you ever stopped to feel its weight? To grasp its power, not in the polite quiet of waiting, but in the fierce strength of holding your every move beneath the surface. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast forest. At midnight, the darkness is complete. The world is still. No light spills from your campfire. No footsteps echo on the path. Yet beneath this calm breathes a living force, a force gathering, sharpening, preparing. This is the power of silence. Now picture this. You are not shouting to the world about your dreams, your plans, your work. Instead, you carry them silently, like a precious flame hidden in your palm, untouched by the wind, unmoved by the gaze of others. This unspoken purpose grows stronger with every passing day, building in silence until it cannot be ignored. It's here, in this quiet forge, that true strength forms. It is here where victories begin, not with the noise of boasting, but with the foundation of focus. Why does silence wield such power? Because the world moves fast. Doors open and close with a rush of energy that often burns out just as quickly. People love to talk about what they'll do, what they want, what they dream. But words are fragile. They scatter like leaves on a restless wind. Actions, on the other hand, build mountains where words only make shadows. This chapter is your gateway to understanding why silence is the soil where real success takes root, grows deep, and flourishes unseen. At the heart of this journey lies a paradox. To win publicly, you must first master the art of winning quietly. It is in withholding that first "I am trying" that carefully chosen silence cultivates something far more formidable than any rush to announce or explain. The world may rush to loudly broadcast its plans, but the wise move like the tide, unseen, steady, relentless. Think of a master painter, standing before a blank canvas. The onlookers are eager to see the masterpiece, yet the painter's brush moves slowly, deliberately. No grand proclamations announce every stroke. Instead, the image emerges quietly, layer by layer, until the full picture bursts forth, undeniable in its beauty. In your own life, your work, your dreams, you are the painter. Your silence is your brushstroke. But there is more to this silence than holding your tongue. It is a silence born from fierce focus. It asks you to guard your energy, to shield your vision from the crowd's noise, the whispers of doubt, the rush to judgment, the temptation to seek early applause. When others clamor for recognition too soon, they often scatter their power like seeds in a storm. Silence channels your power, making every moment of effort count. It protects the sacred space where your future takes shape. This is not silence from fear or weakness. It is strength, the quiet strength of confidence that does not require validation to exist. Imagine a tree standing tall through storms, its roots deep and unshaken, unseen beneath the earth's surface. Its silence is its survival. Your silence is your resilience. It is the steady pulse beneath the noise of the world. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how often have you announced your intentions only to feel your resolve weaken? How many times did sharing your plans invite skepticism or distraction that pulled you away from your goal? The world is quick to speak, quicker to judge. It rarely stands still, long enough to witness the slow, attentive crafting of greatness. That is your advantage. When you keep your work close, your power grows in quiet confidence, impervious to the blinkered eyes around you. This chapter invites you to reflect deeply on these truths. It asks you to feel the tension between noise and silence, between the urge to broadcast and the wisdom to wait. At first, silence may feel like solitude, even loneliness. But this quiet is not emptiness, it is fertile ground. In the stillness, your mind clears, your purpose sharpens. The distractions dim until all that remains is your unwavering focus and your unwavering will. Listen closely. Silence speaks, and its language is deliberate. It teaches patience, humility, and faith in your own process. It invites you to move like the river beneath the ice, hidden, flowing, skilled. By choosing silence, you choose mastery over impulse. You choose to let your actions, when they finally emerge, carry the weight of your commitment far louder than any words could. Remember, silence is never wasted. Every moment spent building quietly is a moment spent reinforcing the foundations of your success, like the blacksmith shaping molten steel in the heat, but away from prying eyes. You are forging character and capability in places others never see. And when the time comes to step into the light, your work will not just be visible, it will be unstoppable. As you take this first step, let the quiet around you become your ally, not your prison. Recognize the beauty in invisible progress. Honor the value of unseen effort. Feel the growing strength in your silent resolve. This is the moment where transformation begins, not through noise, but through the chosen stillness that carries the promise of everything to come. Ahead lies a path illuminated by focused intent and protected by the shield of discretion. The next chapter will reveal how premature sharing can unravel your dreams, how guarding your intentions is not just wise, but necessary. But before the world sees your victory, you must understand the stakes in silence and embrace it fully. This is freedom and power wrapped in quiet strength. Your journey has begun. Stay with this feeling, this invitation, as the door opens to the next step. The art of winning quietly is not a secret for the timid. It is the strategy of the bold, the patient, the wise. You are ready. Now let us move forward into the discipline of guarding your intentions and the invisible force that transforms quiet preparation into undeniable success. There is a moment, sharp and fleeting, when the urge to share bursts forth like wildfire. You want to tell everyone, your friends, your family, your followers, about the plans stirring inside you, the dreams you've begun to chase, the work you're quietly crafting. It feels natural, even necessary. But what if this moment is a trap? A siren call that invites distractions, doubts, and unintended consequences to crowd your path. Imagine you hold a fragile glass orb, glowing softly with your hopes. The temptation to show it off is strong, to let others glimpse the light you carry. But each time you lift it into the air, it risks crack, shatter, or dim under harsh scrutiny. This orb is your intention. Guarding it is your responsibility. In this chapter, we dive into the peril that lies in revealing your intentions too early, the silent unraveling of your focus that happens when you speak before building. Premature sharing is more than chatter. It's a risk that can derail not only your vision but your inner strength. Why does this happen? Because words have a unique power. They create a premature sense of accomplishment. When you tell the world what you're working toward, you may receive applause, nods, or encouragement. On the surface, this feels motivating, but beneath, something subtle shifts. The energy you once funneled into action begins leaking as recognition temporarily satisfies the craving for progress. You've started winning the race in your mind before even taking the first step. This premature victory is a quiet thief. It steals momentum and replaces it with complacency. Psychological studies show that verbalizing goals too soon often reduces the likelihood of achieving them. That's because the brain registers the praise and approval as a reward, undervaluing the work required to reach the actual outcome. Think of the classic story of the hare and the tortoise, but with a twist. The hare loudly boasts from the starting line, rests early under the illusion of success, and loses sight of the finish. The tortoise moves soundlessly, steadily, eyes fixed on the prize, knowing no applause is needed mid-journey. Consider real-life examples. Inventors whose ideas were scoffed at became quiet creators, emerging years later with unstoppable breakthroughs. Entrepreneurs who posted every step online often found distraction and burnout faster than those who built in private. Even artists who let the world preview every sketch risk losing the element of surprise and the joy of discovery. Sharing your plans too soon exposes your vision to judgment, often uninformed or even hostile. The world is quick to criticize, doubt, and sometimes sabotage. Every time you disclose your intentions, you invite others into your internal world, and not everyone wishes you well. Some may envy, some may misunderstand, and some may simply inject doubt that chips away at your confidence. Silence is your shield. When your intentions remain private, they are yours alone, free from distortion, judgment, and premature evaluation. This sanctity creates an empowered space where your ideas can breathe and evolve without the pressure to justify or defend. This doesn't mean isolation. It means selective sharing. It means cultivating a sacred circle of trusted allies when needed, but never a broadcast to the indifferent or critical crowd. Think of the sculptor's studio. Few are allowed in until the form is complete, polished, undeniable. There is a profound freedom in guarding your intentions, freedom from external validation, freedom to fail, adjust, and grow in secret, freedom to build a fortress of resilience without the cracks that public opinion can cause. When you choose silence, you are choosing to protect your creative energy. You are declaring that your work's value is measured not by others' opinions, but by your commitment. This is empowerment that only the wise can grasp. This chapter is an invitation to reflect. How often do you feel compelled to share what you're building before it's ready? How much of your energy escapes when you do? Where could your work go if every ounce of your effort remained undiluted by premature exposure? To guard your intentions is to embrace a discipline few understand but many admire. It calls for quiet courage, the courage to walk your path unseen, and to trust the process when progress feels invisible. This courage is a foundation stone for transformation. This hidden power, being silent about your work, does not deprive others of your success. Instead, it plants the seeds of a story so vivid and strong that when told, it leaves no room for doubt. Only, like a symphony where each note is patiently tuned in silence until the music finally fills the hall with overwhelming force. As you hold your intentions close, remember that your silence is sacred. It protects the delicate, growing light inside you. It nourishes the roots of your vision deep underground, where they cannot be disturbed. Look now to the next chapter, where you will learn how to become the silent architect of your success, how to prepare diligently, crafting your masterpiece away from the noise, so that when you emerge, your victory is undeniable. This journey continues, and your quiet strength grows stronger with every guarded intention. The path of silence is not absence. It is presence, focused, steady, unstoppable. Step forward gently, but with unwavering resolve. The art of silent focus is yours to master. There is a sacred space between dreaming and triumph, a quiet workshop where greatness is patiently constructed, brick by brick, day by day. This space is not for show. It does not call attention to itself. It thrives in shadows, in whispered moments nobody sees. Picture a lone craftsman bent over their workbench, hands steady, eyes alight with quiet determination. No fans cheer, no crowds gather. Only the sound of careful, deliberate creation fills the room. This is the realm of preparation, the silent architect's domain, and it is here, in this invisible labor, that true success takes shape. Many rush to the finish line, hungry for applause, eager to showcase their ideas before they've fully formed. But buildings without foundations collapse. Art with rushed strokes fades quickly. Victories won without preparation crumble under pressure. The work we do in private, the hours of refining, learning, adjusting, this is the unseen force powering your transformation. In this chapter, you step into the role of silent architect. You learn how to prepare not for the eyes of others, but for your own readiness. You will discover that your greatest asset is the work done unseen, that every moment hidden from public gaze adds strength to the structure of your achievement. Think about the greatest innovators, the pioneers who changed the world. Rarely were their successes born in spotlight flash. Instead, they spent countless hours in quiet labs, studios, their efforts invisible, their failures private. Thomas Edison's thousands of experiments that didn't work. The novelist's endless drafts discarded before the story took shape. Behind every public triumph lies a private world of dedication. Preparation, done silently, sharpens your edge in ways noise never can. It is a gift of focus and intimacy with your craft. In silence, distractions fade. Every detail matters because the work is yours alone and is being built on your terms. When you prepare quietly, you align your mind, heart and hands without the pressure to perform for an audience. Your growth becomes genuine, organic. You stop measuring progress by external approval and begin tuning into your internal compass. The path of the silent architect also demands patience. You learn to trust the process, knowing that the fruits of your labor may not be immediate. This requires a deep kind of faith, the faith that consistent, quality effort will eventually craft a masterpiece. This faith is often tested. The world outside tempts you with shortcuts, quick wins, and immediate validation. Yet here, in preparation's quiet corner, you choose discipline over distraction. You accept that mastery takes time and that rushing will only build weakness into your foundation. The discipline to work silently builds humility as well. It means acknowledging that your journey is your own, unshared until the time is right. It invites you to set aside ego, the need to prove, to broadcast, to convince. Instead, it asks you to become comfortable with uncertainty, with slow progress, with the humility of a craftsman who knows every inch matters. In this process, your relationship with time also changes. Moments once seen as waiting or idle become sacred sessions of growth. You realize the power of deep, uninterrupted focus, immersing yourself in the nuances of your work, exploring possibilities without the pressure of performance. Your environment transforms too. You create space that honors your concentration, free from the clutter of social distractions, the barrage of unsolicited advice, and the exhausting urge to explain yourself. This sanctuary allows your creativity and ambition to flourish wholly and authentically. Recognize too that the silent architect is not alone in spirit. Many have walked this path before you. Their stories, layered with setbacks and breakthroughs, serve as reminders that the process is universal. The architect's patience, resilience, and unseen labor are the invisible threads connecting you to a lineage of greatness. This chapter invites you to embrace the beauty of preparation as your superpower, to cherish the quiet moments when your dreams are molded and your skills refined, to see every small act of discipline as a vital contribution to the masterpiece only you can build. Picture yourself as a builder, laying stone upon stone with care and intention. Visualize how these layers, though unseen now, will one day reveal a structure of undeniable strength and elegance. Your commitment to this stage protects you from premature judgment and equips you to withstand the inevitable storms ahead. Preparation also teaches you to become comfortable with imperfection. In private, you allow yourself to fail, to experiment, to reshape ideas smooth and rough alike. This freedom fuels creativity and innovation without the fear that every misstep will be scrutinized. As we close this chapter, reflect on your own journey of quiet crafting. Where can you deepen your preparation? What can you protect from premature exposure? How will you honor the sacred work yet to be unveiled? The silent architect knows that the journey is as important as the destination. The patience, the rigor, the humility, all are woven into the fabric of success. This is a path of transformation that demands a steady heart and an unwavering spirit. Next, we will explore how to channel your focus like a predator, honing concentration so fiercely that distractions fall away and your purpose claims every moment. The art of preparation finds its greatest power in focused attention. Prepare yourself to move deeper into the craft of silent mastery. Your foundation is strong, your vision awaits. The architect's journey is just beginning. Focus is not merely a skill, it is a force of nature, untamed, relentless, and profound. Imagine a hawk suspended in the golden sky, eyes locked on the tiniest movement below, muscles coiled, breath held in perfect stillness. Nothing distracts this creature. No sound disrupts its purpose. In that moment, the hawk's focus becomes its entire world, sharp, fierce, alive. This chapter invites you to enter that very world, the world of singular, predator-like focus. Here lies the secret to cutting through the noise of life, to harnessing your inner power with laser precision. In today's world, distractions lurk everywhere. Our attention is splintered by constant alerts, endless social noise, and the pressure to multitask. We are pulled in 1,000 directions at once, and yet, deep inside, something cries out for quiet concentration. The hunger to center your mind, to fix your gaze on what truly matters, and to protect that gaze at all costs. This hunger is the spark that ignites mastery. Focus like a predator does not come by accident. It is cultivated, trained, and fiercely protected. It demands a clarity of purpose, so sharp it cancels out the chatter of doubt, procrastination, and fear. It is not scattered energy, but a concentrated beam of willpower that can transform ideas into reality. To focus in this way, first understand its nature. Focus is both mental and emotional. It is the deep commitment to your task, infused with passion and calm resolve. When you become the hunter of your goals, your mind becomes a solitary cavern where distractions find no refuge. Consider the hunter in the wild. If the slightest noise or flash breaks concentration, chance of success slips away. Similarly, in your life, every distraction is a potential loss. The phone buzzing with a message, a wandering thought, the lure of social comparison, all these fragment your power. The good news is that predator-like focus can be trained. Start by cultivating rituals around your work. A quiet space, clear intention, a set period where nothing else enters your mind. These boundaries create a sanctuary for your concentration to deepen. The longer you cultivate this practice, the sharper and more natural your focus becomes. But concentration is more than just saying, "Do not disturb." It is also about what you feed your inner mind. The predator does not chase every movement. It selects the prey carefully. You must choose your priorities with equal wisdom. Learn to say no with grace. Practice discernment, so that energy flows only into what moves you closer to your ultimate vision. This kind of focus also requires emotional discipline. The predator waits without frustration. It endures long periods of silence, stillness, and tension, knowing the perfect moment will come. You must develop this same patience, understanding that progress is often invisible and that sustained calm beats frantic action every time. Think now of your own life. Where is your focus fractured? Which moments allow thoughts to scatter? Notice how many urgent distractions mask the quieter call of your true purpose. This awareness is the first step toward reclaiming your power. The next step is deliberate practice. Scheduling segments of deep work, free of interruption, where your mind becomes a powerful lens. In these moments, you will feel your energy converge and your creativity surge. The world will fade away until only your task remains vivid and urgent. Real-world examples abound. Writers who complete novels during focused hours before dawn. Athletes who train with unwavering attention, blocking out everything but the rhythm of their bodies. Leaders who make decisions anchored not in reaction, but in focused strategy. All share one thing: an ability to lock in on their target, unwavering and unyielding. Focus, like a predator, also teaches you to protect your mental landscape fiercely. Guard it from toxic influences, unnecessary opinions, and the temptation to scatter your attention thinly over too many pursuits. This is your ground, your sanctuary. This powerful focus creates rhythm and flow, the mysterious state where effort feels effortless and time seems to expand. It is here that creation flows from you naturally, powerfully, and with deep satisfaction. As you build this discipline, your sense of time transforms. Hours become richer, more meaningful. Every moment spent in focus multiplies your impact far beyond pen and paper. Close your eyes briefly and imagine yourself embodying this predator focus. Steady, calm, ready. Feel the pulse of purpose in your blood. Know that this strength is accessible to you now, within reach, waiting for you to claim it. Your path forward invites growing mastery of this intense concentration, but focus alone is not enough. It must be coupled with humility, the silent partner in your success. Next, we will explore how humility transforms the energy of focus into true strength. It's the subtle power that lets your actions speak and your presence endure. Hold this moment of clarity as you prepare to journey deeper. Focus is your weapon. Discipline is your ally. Together, they forge an unstoppable force within you. Step forward now, eyes sharp, heart steady, and move into the grace of humble action. Humility is often misunderstood as weakness or surrender, but in truth, it is one of the greatest forms of strength. Imagine a mountain standing tall, a silent giant unmoved by storms. Its power is not in loud proclamations, but in patient endurance and quiet majesty. This is the spirit of humility, strength wrapped in stillness, power cloaked in modesty. This chapter invites you to embrace humility, not as a concession, but as the cornerstone of authentic success. To understand that letting your actions speak before your words is not a sign of doubt, but a declaration of confidence. In a world obsessed with instant recognition, humility is a radical act. It asks you to resist the urge to shout your achievements or explain your journey prematurely. Instead, it teaches you to carry your victories with grace, holding back the need for external approval until your work commands attention naturally. The humble person understands a profound truth. Words can never fully capture the essence of what has been built, but actions, powerful, undeniable actions, resonate deeply beyond noise and distraction. They create a legacy that cannot be diminished by skeptics or spoiled by envy. Humility invites a shift from ego-driven ambition to purpose-driven action. It allows you to focus not on how others perceive you, but on the intrinsic value of your work. This shift is transforming. When you work from this place, your energy becomes purer, your mind clearer, and your persistence unwavering. Consider the silent leaders throughout history, people whose names became synonymous with lasting change. They did not seek the limelight early. They toiled in silence, letting results carve their story into time. Their humility protected them from getting lost in the praise or paralyzed by criticism. They knew that the truth of their work would speak loudly enough when the moment arrived. Humility also nurtures resilience. When your identity is not pinned to external applause, setbacks lose their sting. Failure becomes feedback, not a verdict. This emotional freedom allows you to continue building in silence, undeterred by temporary obstacles or harsh judgment. By embracing humility, you open yourself to continuous learning. It is a practice of acknowledging what you don't know and welcoming growth. Instead of defending your ideas or rushing to prove your worth, you become a receptive creator, patient, thoughtful, and grounded. The humility that this chapter explores is not about shrinking yourself. It is about expanding your inner strength by letting the world discover your truth through the power of your achievements. This is a subtle but profound power, a quiet confidence that needs no validation because it rests on the foundation of authentic effort and integrity. Imagine carrying your work like a flame, close to your chest, tending it carefully without broadcasting its thickness or light, until it's ready to set the sky ablaze. This image captures the essence of humility in action, a deliberate choice to wait, to build, and to reveal only when your forces are fully aligned. Humility also teaches patience, not just as waiting, but as active endurance, a steady commitment to growth without the need for immediate recognition. It is the art of grounding yourself deeply, even when the world rushes past. The art of bearing quiet witness to your own evolution. Ask yourself, how often do you seek validation before you've completed your work? How does the need for approval influence your pace, your focus, or your resolve? This inner reflection begins the process of freeing your ambition from the distractions of ego and impatience. Humility connects deeply to trust. The trust that your silent effort is enough, that the journey matters as much as the destination. This trust fuels resilience, equipping you to weather doubt and delay with grace. In the embracing of humility, you unlock a new dimension of power, the power to inspire without speaking, to lead without demanding, to influence without forcing. Your presence becomes a testament to the strength of quiet conviction. As this chapter closes, hold this truth close. True greatness does not demand the world's notice. It commands it through the undeniable weight of achievement. Your humility is the soil from which this greatness will grow, deep, steady, and resilient. Ahead lies a path where patience and trust deepen, where waiting becomes a sacred strength. The next chapter will uncover how mastering patience in silence turns the unseen effort into unstoppable momentum. Let your heart settle in this space of humble power. Know that by letting your actions be the voice of your journey, you are already living a victory that no words can capture. The quiet strength of humility lights the way forward. Walk it with calm certainty. There is a profound power wrapped within waiting, a power most overlook in their rush toward the visible. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, watching waves swell and fall in a rhythm older than time itself. You cannot command the tide, nor force the current, yet you learn to move with it, to trust the unseen forces beneath the surface. This is the art of patience in silence. In this chapter, you will discover how mastering patience is not passive endurance, but a dynamic strength, an active trust in the process that quietly propels you forward, even when nothing seems to change. Our culture worships speed, instant results, and loud victories. We want the world to recognize our progress the moment it begins. But this relentless hurry often leads to burnout, frustration, and shallow accomplishments. True momentum, the kind that lasts and transforms, is born in the fertile soil of silent patience. Being patient does not mean standing still. It means working diligently without the need for immediate validation. It means understanding that what you create today will flourish tomorrow, even if the world cannot yet see it. This kind of patience is a fierce commitment to staying the course, even when external progress feels invisible. Consider the farmer who plants seeds beneath the earth. No one watches the roots grow. No one measures the silent expansion underground. Yet beneath the surface, life moves powerfully toward harvest. Your journey is like this. The unseen growth is real and vital, even when you feel the weight stretching endlessly. This chapter encourages you to rethink waiting as an ally, not an enemy. Waiting sharpens your resolve and deepens your focus. It teaches you to trust your own rhythm and to guard your energy against the exhaustion of constant hustle. Patience in silence also protects you from the lure of shortcuts, the tempting quick fixes that promise rapid progress, but often leave you ungrounded and vulnerable. The deep, steady momentum born of patience strengthens your foundation with every deliberate step. Imagine the sculptor chiseling slowly, revealing their masterpiece layer by layer. Without patience, their work would be crude, fragmented. But through attentive, unhurried effort, they craft brilliance, understood only by those who appreciate time's quiet handiwork. Patience demands emotional discipline as well. It asks you to hold space for uncertainty without giving in to fear or impatience. When progress is slow or unseen, your faith in the process becomes your anchor. Reflect on moments in your own life when patience led to your greatest breakthroughs. Recall how waiting with intention created opportunities for learning, growth, and refinement. Each example is a testament that momentum is not always loud. Sometimes it is the silent force beneath the surface driving you forward. The practice of patience also invites you to be present, to find peace in the now, rather than racing toward the next goal. This presence nurtures creativity and insight, allowing your work to evolve naturally and authentically. As you cultivate patience, you build resilience. You become less shaken by obstacles or delays because your trust extends beyond immediate circumstances. You know that every moment, even stillness, holds value in your journey. Patience in silence quietly reshapes your relationship with time. Rather than fighting against it, you flow with its rhythms. You learn that growth is often gradual, with progress unfolding in ways that require careful attention to subtleties. This chapter invites you into a sacred partnership with waiting, not as a punishment, but as a powerful, transformative process. Patience becomes a practice of deep trust in your own unfolding story and in the invisible forces working with you. Feel now the calm certainty that comes from this trust, the steady pulse of momentum that energy alone cannot create. Let your heart rest in the knowing that what you build in silence is gathering strength and will one day emerge with undeniable force. The next chapter takes this momentum into the realm of faith, the belief in quiet progress, even when evidence remains hidden. It will guide you to trust the unseen and keep moving forward with unwavering conviction. Hold this awareness as you prepare to journey further. Patience is not waiting helplessly, it is the silent engine of growth. Your quiet momentum is real. Your time is coming. Step forward now, with calm strength and open heart, ready to embrace the power of trusting the process. Faith is a quiet force, often unseen but deeply felt, a gentle flame glowing steadily in the heart of uncertainty. Imagine standing in a dense forest as night falls, the path ahead obscured, yet you continue walking, trusting the faintest glimmers of light to guide your steps. This is faith, the courage to move forward without all the answers, the trust that your journey holds meaning even in darkness. In this chapter, you will explore the transformative power of trusting the silent progress of your work and your life. You will discover how faith becomes the vital bridge between effort and achievement, between unseen labor and visible result. Often we seek clear signs, proof that our struggles and sacrifices will pay off. But faith asks for more. It asks for belief beyond evidence, a commitment to your vision before the world confirms it. This leap is not blind, but rooted in the knowledge that growth often happens beneath the surface, away from immediate view. Reflect on the many times in life when your greatest growth happened during periods of doubt and stillness, those moments when outward progress seemed stalled, yet something deep inside was expanding, learning and evolving. This internal movement is the essence of quiet progress, nurtured by faith. Faith in quiet progress is different from hope. It is an active stance. It compels you to continue building, refining, and persevering precisely because you believe your efforts matter, even when the fruits are invisible. This faith is a daily choice, a renewal of commitment when doubt creeps in, and distractions tempt you to abandon your course. Consider the example of crafting a sculpture from marble. The artist chips away patiently, guided by vision but without immediate reward. Each stroke in the darkness builds toward a form that will one day emerge fully realized. The artist's faith in this unseen shaping sustains them through slow, incremental work. Your journey mirrors this process. Let your faith be the quiet companion that encourages you to keep chiseling away, even when you cannot yet see the final masterpiece. This faith nourishes patience and fuels resilience, filling the spaces where uncertainty might otherwise breed fear. Embracing this faith means accepting that transformation is often invisible. It requires letting go of the need for validation from others, or even confirmation from yourself. Instead, you rest in the conviction that your dedication is meaningful, that the silence of effort is not emptiness, but preparation. The practice of faith also rewires your relationship to setbacks. When you believe in the process, failure becomes a lesson rather than a defeat. Obstacles turn into stepping stones, and delays become opportunities for deeper understanding. This perspective transforms your journey into a sacred dance, where every step, even the hardest ones, moves you closer to your purpose. Faith also invites a profound connection with your inner self. It draws you inward to a place of stillness where doubt dissolves and clarity begins to form. This inner sanctuary becomes a source of strength, a mental refuge amid the external noise and chaos. In nurturing this faith, you develop an unshakable trust in your own capacity to grow, adapt, and succeed on your terms. You learn that the real measure of progress is not external recognition, but the quiet expansion of your own potential. Pause and reflect on your own journey. Where has faith carried you when evidence was scarce? What moments of unseen growth have laid the foundation for your current success? Recognizing these moments deepens the trust you can place in your ongoing efforts. This chapter asks you to embrace faith as a daily practice, an intentional return to trust when impatience rises, and the world's distractions pull at your focus. Let your belief in the unseen be a light that never extinguishes, guiding each step on your path. As you prepare to move forward, hold this faith close. It is the silent engine powering your transformation, the quiet pulse beneath every forward move. The momentum you build today, though unseen, shapes the unstoppable force you will. Next, we will explore how to protect your focus and energy from the noise of the world, the voices that would distract you or dilute your power. This skill of mental shielding is essential for nurturing your progress and sustaining your faith. Carry this moment with you now, a calm certainty in the invisible journey. Trust your pace. Trust your process. Trust yourself. Step forward, steady and strong, into the next phase of mastering your silent power. The world is loud. Opinions fly like arrows, distractions swarm like relentless waves, and the noise of others' judgments can drown out even the strongest voice within you. Imagine standing in the center of a storm. How do you keep your balance? How do you protect the delicate flame of your vision from being extinguished by the chaos? This chapter reveals the essential art of shielding your focus from the noise around you. At the heart of this journey lies a simple but powerful truth. Not every voice deserves your attention. The ability to deflect external opinions, unsolicited advice, and toxic energy is as vital as the work itself. Your mental landscape is sacred ground, and learning to protect it creates space for your deepest creativity and resilience to flourish. Think back to a time when you shared your ambitions, only to be met with skepticism, doubt, or even envy. Such responses are not reflections of your potential, but projections of others' fears and limitations. When you internalize this noise, it leaks into your confidence, splinters your concentration, and drains your energy. It is a silent thief of power. The first step in shielding your focus is awareness. Recognize when external voices begin to infiltrate your mental space. Is a casual comment lingering longer than it should? Are you second-guessing your path because of someone else's doubt? Awareness gives you the power to choose what you allow in. Next comes selective attention, the deliberate choice to tune out what does not serve your purpose. This does not mean ignoring feedback or isolating yourself entirely. Rather, it means filtering the voices, like a skilled gardener removes weeds, allowing only nurturing elements to grow. Develop routines that reinforce this protection. Create environments that minimize distractions, physical spaces of calm, digital detoxes from social noise, moments set aside for focused reflection. Build mental boundaries that keep negativity and interference at bay. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role here. When criticism or negativity arises, meet it with curiosity rather than reaction. Ask yourself, is this input constructive or destructive? Does it align with my values and goals? Responding with discernment prevents external noise from becoming internal turmoil. Stories of resilience provide powerful lessons. Consider artists who protect their creative process by avoiding unsolicited opinions until their work matures. Entrepreneurs who block out naysayers to pursue bold vision. These individuals demonstrate that protecting your mental space is not avoidance, it is courage. Learning to say no is also part of this art. Saying no to unnecessary distractions, to people draining your energy, to the pressure of immediate explanations, keeps your focus pure. It is an act of self-respect and a declaration that your time and attention are precious. The protective shield you build also supports your faith and patience, which we explored earlier. When noise attempts to undermine your trust or accelerate your pace, your shield anchors you back to your path. It reminds you that external chaos cannot disturb inner clarity unless you invite it. Imagine your mind as a fortress. The gate must stay strong against the siege of negativity, doubt, and distraction. The better fortified your mental defenses, the more effortlessly you preserve your energy and focus for creation and growth. This chapter encourages you to develop a daily practice, a moment of stillness to recalibrate, a mental check-in to recognize invasive noise, a quiet recommitment to your inner purpose. This practice builds resilience, making you less vulnerable to the unpredictable storms outside. Pause for a moment and picture the consequences of unfiltered attention. How much time, energy, and joy have slipped through your fingers because of unchecked external influence. Now imagine reclaiming that power, choosing deliberately where your focus rests, and building an inner sanctuary impenetrable to distraction. As we close this chapter, hold firmly this truth: your ability to protect your mental and emotional landscape is as crucial as the work you do. It is the foundation of silent strength and lasting success. Ahead, we delve into nurturing momentum through consistency, the slow, steady accumulation of effort that reveals itself gloriously in time. Momentum is the gift patience and focus create together. Carry this awareness with you, a shield forged in quiet resolve, ready to guard your path as you journey onward. Your power lies not just in creation, but in protection. Prepare now to deepen your mastery as the story of your silent victory unfolds steadily and surely. Momentum is a quiet force at first, barely noticeable, like a gentle breeze stirring autumn leaves. But with consistency it grows, gathering strength until it becomes a powerful wind, unstoppable and full of energy. Imagine the slow rise of the tide inching forward, steady and sure, eventually shaping the shoreline itself. This is the slow burn of momentum, the gift of steadfast commitment unseen by the hurried eye. In this chapter, you'll learn how to create and nurture momentum in private, far from the distractions of applause or judgment. You'll discover that consistent effort, when sustained over time, becomes the invisible architecture upon which your success is built. Too often we look for dramatic leaps, for sudden breakthroughs that flood our lives with instant results. But true momentum is rarely explosive at the beginning. It whispers rather than shouts. It is a rhythm established through repeated intentional action, small steps that accumulate weight and meaning. Think of a river carving a canyon. It doesn't happen overnight. Each drop of water chips away at stone, persistently and patiently. Over time, this steady flow sculpts depths and shapes landscapes. Like that river, your consistent efforts shape the contours of your life and work. Consistency in silence means showing up when others do not. It means choosing discipline over distraction, again and again. This repetition may feel mundane, even lonely at times, but it is the heartbeat of profound transformation. The slow burn of momentum also brings a unique kind of confidence. As each small effort builds on the last, you begin to trust the process. Doubts quiet, anxiety lessens. You learn that progress doesn't always announce itself loudly, but is deeply real and powerful nonetheless. Consider the artist who paints daily, sketching unseen studies before revealing a masterpiece. Or the writer who writes quietly in the early morning hours, pages accumulating before a story finally emerges. Their momentum, built in private, is a secret to their breakthroughs. Momentum nurtured in isolation is protected from two dangers: distraction and premature pressure. The noisy world tempts us with constant updates, comparisons, and the hunger for immediate results. But sharing progress too early often invites disruption, doubts, judgments, or expectations that fracture focus. By nurturing momentum quietly, you create a sanctuary for your growth. Here, you are free to experiment, adjust, and evolve without the burden of external performance. This freedom strengthens your work and deepens your commitment. Momentum is also an emotional journey. Building it consistently requires patience, self-compassion, and resilience. There will be moments when effort feels exhausting or fruitless, and the temptation to quit is strong. The slow build offers a profound lesson. Sometimes the most powerful momentum comes precisely from enduring these moments. Reflect now on your own life. Where have steady habits built foundations beneath your dreams? What small daily acts have contributed to your growth, even when the road ahead seemed unclear? Recognizing these moments anchors you in the power of consistency. The slow burn does not promise quick glory, but it offers something far more valuable, a depth of character and a reservoir of strength that sustains beyond fleeting success. Momentum built in silence becomes unstoppable because it is rooted in your daily dedication. As this chapter closes, hold fast to this truth. Your invisible efforts today create the undeniable power of your tomorrow. Trust this slow, steady rhythm. Celebrate the invisible progress. Know that each step contributes to a force that no distraction or doubt can diminish. Ahead lies the moment of revelation, the tipping point when your quiet momentum bursts forth to claim the spotlight. The next chapter will guide you in understanding how to time your emergence for the greatest impact. Carry this momentum with you now, a steady flame burning beneath the surface. Your journey is unfolding, quietly yet powerfully. The tide is rising. Prepare to meet it with unwavering strength. The moment of revelation is unlike any other. It is the pause before the crescendo, the breath held just before a storm breaks free. Imagine standing behind a heavy curtain. You have labored in silence, hidden your vision from eager eyes, gathered your strength like a quiet avalanche. Now the curtain is about to lift. The stage is set. Your time to strike is at hand. This chapter is about timing, the sacred knowing of when to step from the shadows into the light, how to reveal your work with undeniable force and grace. It is here that preparation and patience meet boldness and clarity, producing a moment so powerful it cannot be ignored. Understanding this moment requires trust in everything you have done in silence. The countless hours, the steady focus, the resilient waiting, they all lead to this point. The unveiling is not a gamble, but the natural consequence of thorough readiness. Strike too soon, and your work may falter under scrutiny. Your vision incomplete. Strike too late, and opportunities may pass. Your momentum stalled. The art lies in sensing the pulse of readiness within. You become like the tide, directed by unseen forces, moving with timing that feels both effortless and inevitable. Picture the great unveilings in history, a scientist revealing a discovery after years of experimentation, a painter showing a canvas that took countless hidden strokes, an athlete breaking through after relentless training away from the crowd. Their triumphs were not accidents, but carefully timed eruptions of silent mastery. This chapter guides you to cultivate the awareness to recognize your own unveiling moment. It asks you to listen deeply to your intuition, your preparation, the subtle signs of readiness that come not from impatience, but from profound alignment. When this moment arrives, it is not simply about being seen. It is about resonating profoundly with your audience, whether one person or 1,000. Your work speaks louder than words, and your presence carries the weight of all you have silently built. Emerging in public is a declaration of your transformation, a public witnessing of your previously hidden power. This does not mean you display everything all at once. Like a master storyteller, you reveal in layers measured, confident, deliberate, allowing the magnitude of your accomplishment to unfold naturally. This unveiling is also an act of courage. Vulnerability accompanies visibility, and stepping into the light demands the strength to face judgment, critique, and envy. Yet, your preparation arms you with resilience, grounding you in the knowledge that your worth comes not from applause but from authentic achievement. Consider how this practice transforms your relationship to success itself. Success is no longer a fleeting headline or shallow praise, but a profound experience, a moment when all your quiet labor bursts forth, commanding respect and inspiring others. The unveiling is also a celebration, not only of results, but of every unseen step that led here. It honors your discipline, humility, patience, and faith. In this, your victory becomes timeless. As you prepare for your own moment to reveal, keep your focus steady and your heart open. Remember, the timing is unique to you and cannot be rushed or forced. By honoring your readiness, you ensure your public triumph is powerful, lasting, and true. Pause now and envision this unveiling. Feel the energy of silent power transforming into radiant success. Imagine the impact, the growth, and the fulfillment that follow when your efforts meet their stage. The chapter ahead will help you navigate the reactions that follow victory, the envy, skepticism, and challenges that come when your success disrupts the status quo. Learn how to manage these with grace and maintain your focus on what matters most. Step forward with confidence. Your time to shine approaches. The world awaits the moment your silent victory becomes a beacon of inspiration and strength. Prepare to claim that power fully and with purpose. Your journey is reaching a pivotal, magnificent turning point. The moment your silence breaks and the world sees your triumph, the air shifts. Eyes turn, voices stir, and not all are filled with applause. Imagine standing on a mountain peak, a vantage of hard-won success, while below, storm clouds gather with whispers of envy and doubt. This chapter unpacks the reality that victory, no matter how quietly earned, often invites scrutiny, skepticism, and envy. How you navigate this terrain defines whether your journey continues upward or falters under pressure. When you live by silent focus and guarded intent, unveiling success can unsettle those used to your quiet presence. Some may struggle to accept your rise, their reactions shaded by comparisons or unspoken fears. Jealousy and criticism are sometimes the echoes of their own insecurities, but to you, they can feel like unexpected storms on calm seas. Understanding this complexity prepares you to meet these reactions with grounded strength. It is essential to recognize that others' opinions, especially those rooted in envy or misunderstanding, do not diminish your worth or progress. Their noise is external, fleeting, and ultimately powerless unless given space within you. This chapter offers reflections on managing these challenges with wisdom and grace. It invites you to cultivate emotional resilience, the ability to observe criticism without internalizing it, to stand firm while others wobble under the weight of their judgments. One crucial lesson here is to avoid reacting impulsively. When faced with envy or skepticism, the instinct might be to defend, explain, or retaliate. But such responses waste precious energy and often escalate conflict. Instead, choose strategic silence or measured responses that reinforce your integrity without feeding negativity. Consider how great leaders and creators handle public scrutiny. Many maintain a poised silence, allowing their consistent excellence to answer detractors over time. They know that true influence is the long game, the echo of sustained impact outlasting the fleeting voice of criticism. Moreover, this chapter emphasizes the value of empathy. Recognize that envy and doubt arise from human vulnerability, not personal attack. When you meet these emotions with compassion rather than judgment, you reclaim your power and maintain your peace. Creating strong personal boundaries also becomes essential. Decide what reactions merit your attention and which deserve dismissal. Guard your focus fiercely so your energy remains devoted to growth, not defense. Stories of triumph amidst adversity abound. Think of artists whose work was initially rejected, only to become timeless. Entrepreneurs criticized early, later celebrated for innovation. These journeys reveal that resilience transforms opposition into fuel for persistence and evolution. As you reflect, examine where you might unconsciously invite or absorb negative reactions. Are there patterns to your vulnerability? How can you strengthen your emotional armor without hardening your heart? The path through public reaction is a test of your silent discipline, your ability to hold steady in success as you did in preparation. It challenges you to embody humility, patience, and unwavering focus, showing that power and grace can coexist. This chapter closes with a powerful truth. The reactions you face after victory are signs of your impact. They mark a turning point where your silent work touches the world. By mastering your response, you ensure that this moment becomes a foundation, not a fracture. Ahead lies the final chapter, where silence becomes a way of life, and your cultivated strength transforms into lasting mastery. You will learn how to live in continuous growth, anchored by the lessons of your journey. Hold this moment firmly. Your path is not just about winning quietly, but winning with enduring grace. Your resilience shines brightest when the world watches. Step forward calmly, ready to turn the page into your lifelong practice of silent power and profound peace. The silence you have kept, the patience you have practiced, the focus you have sharpened, all have prepared you for this moment. But the journey does not end here. It transforms into a way of life, a posture of being that carries you beyond singular victories into lasting mastery. Imagine a tree standing through seasons, its roots deep in the unseen earth, leaves whispering in every breeze. This is the rhythm of living the philosophy of silence and focus, not just as moments, but as your everyday reality. This final chapter invites you to embrace silence as a way of life, a continuous cultivation of inner strength, humility, and presence. It is a call to move beyond occasional effort into a sustained practice that weaves itself through every action and thought. Living in silence does not mean withdrawing from the world. Rather, it means engaging with it on your own terms, with calm purpose and boundless clarity. It means choosing wisely what to share and when, conserving your energy for the work that matters most, and letting your results speak louder than your explanations. This lifestyle frees you from the exhausting cycle of seeking validation. When silence is your foundation, you no longer need constant proof or applause to fuel your spirit. Your worth rests securely on authentic effort and resilience. This peace allows you to live fully in the present, open to deep growth and continual transformation. Within this way of life lies the practice of conscious presence. Your mind becomes a garden tended attentively, rooting out distractions, nurturing focus, and inviting creativity. In silence, your ideas find room to breathe and evolve naturally, without rush or pressure. Moreover, living the philosophy means embracing humility, not just as a tactic, but as an inner posture. It becomes the quiet confidence that lets you stand strong without needing to dominate attention, the grace that carries you steadily through setbacks and nieces alike. This practice also calls for ongoing patience, the understanding that growth is a lifelong unfolding. The moments of waiting, stillness, and unseen progress are not gaps in your journey, but vital threads woven into the tapestry of your mastery. Stories of those who live this way remind us that true strength is subtle, Great artists, leaders, and creators often move unnoticed for long periods, their power accumulating quietly until they become natural forces in their fields. Their lives embody the principle that silence is not emptiness, but the sound of focused energy awaiting its moment. As you reflect on your own path, consider how adopting this lifestyle might transform not only your achievements but your inner world. How can daily silence deepen your clarity, fortify your resilience, and enrich your purpose? How might you protect this rhythm against the chaos of busy distractions? Living the philosophy of silent power also means adapting with grace. Life's unpredictability will challenge your focus and test your patience. Yet with the foundation you have built, you are equipped to respond, not react, with wisdom and calm. Each day becomes an opportunity to recommit to your inner work, to listen deeply to your own voice beneath the noise, and to act from a place of grounded intention. This final chapter closes not with an end, but with an invitation to make silence your sanctuary and your strength, to let your quiet victories ripple outward in waves that touch every part of your life. Hold this moment close. Your journey is a living story, written not in loud declarations, but in unwavering, silent dedication. Step onward now, fully present, fully grounded, and ready to live by the power of silence. Your path stretches wide, rich with potential, and deep, enduring peace. The journey continues, quiet, bold, and unstoppable.